to record. Okay, welcome. Welcome to the Art Beginner Series, and I'm Terry Walsh, and I'm psyched to have you in here with me. I'm going to collapse this chat room right now, and I'm going to pop over where I have my notes. But one thing you should have a mat, okay, and you should have 2 foam yoga blocks. And for the class today, you'll be able to use either 3, 5, or 8-pound dumbbells. You can use heavier if you'd like to, but I've designed the workout around this weight range today. And let's get rolling with our 15-minute mini workshop to start. I've gotten a bunch of questions. The ones that came in this morning, Monday morning, I'm not going to get to those till tomorrow. All right. So the first thing we want to do is just discuss a little bit exactly what the art method is. And hopefully you did your introductory class that I set up for you. I hope you did your homework. All right. So the first thing about the art method is, why do we use the blocks? And why are the blocks so important? So your blocks are important for a few reasons. One, they help us actually find the active resistance. So what I need you to do right now is just grab a block. So grab one block, and I want you to push your hands into the block, okay? And the block it's foam, right? So you can feel that there's some give there. So as you push in, this right here it's known as an isometric contraction. And what we want to do is push against the block, and I want you to just take note of the feeling, right? Take note of what this feels like. Okay, this feeling is active resistance, right? So it's enough pressure to cause a contraction, but not enough contraction to make you stop, okay? So in a nutshell, that's exactly what it is. And what we use the blocks for is to create and find and maintain that feeling throughout your whole body during the entire length of the class. So creating the active resistance really, in a nutshell, means you're creating pressure, okay? You're going to create pressure either with your hands, your forearms, your shins, your knees, your foot. So you're going to create pressure, and you're going to maintain that pressure. And the active resistance points give you a certain amount of checkpoints to make sure that your body remains in line, okay? First, let's try to just generate some pressure, a little bit of pressure with the shin, okay? So let's take a block. I want you to slide the block underneath just below your knee and on top of your shin. You're going to flex your back foot, okay? Now, you have your opposite hand on the block here and one hand on the floor. So extend one leg back. Now you're going to lift that back leg up. Now I want you to push down with that shin. Okay, so pull your navel up and push down with the shin. Right, that pressure creates a muscular tension all through the side of the quad, up through your abdominals, and now straighten the back leg and continue the pressure outward. Okay, so that's a quick little demo of active resistance. And when you do that with your entire body, you start to sweat, and you start to sweat very quickly, okay? I'm going to start this so I don't run into the workout time. Start. There we go. Okay. Next, a fitness practice. Why is this called a fitness practice? There's a couple of reasons why I created it as a fitness practice. And there are crap tons of programs, right? And even I, in my studio, have a boot camp program, right? And I create programs all day, every day for people. But what I needed, and over the course of my career, as I've been training people, you need something to step people into a program, do a program, and then step out of a program. You need something that allows you to remain active all the time. And that's where the idea of a fitness practice came in. You need something that you can use on a daily basis that does not cause injury, that does not break you down, but increases your flexibility and increases your strength over the long term. So that then when you pop into a program, you do something short and intense for a certain amount of time, you can step back down into your practice and maintain what you've gained from a short-term program. So there's a lot of reasons to do a fitness practice versus a program. Programs are short-term, and that doesn't mean that they're not good. Programs are great, but you also have to know that a program has a beginning, a middle, and an end if it's done correctly. And this is how a program will not break you down. So I created the fitness practice as that, the baseline fitness practice for absolutely everything else you could do, okay? Next, generating the active resistance. We went over that a little bit. We'll do it a little bit more. The other thing I think that is very, very important. In a fitness class, you're generally conditioned to keep the tempo, right? To go at the pace of the instructor. And while in some instances I'll enforce that, within the scope of the fitness practice of the art method, I really want you to find your own pace. And it's really more about being able to find and engage and be able to maintain while you move. So if you struggle for speed right out of the box, you're going to miss the point of active resistance training. The point of the active resistance training is to maintain the active resistance. So the second you start to lose that feeling of tension and connection, that's when you should stop, reset your active resistance points, and start over. Okay? So it doesn't matter out of the gate if you've done 5 reps or 15 reps. What matters more is that you've remained engaged while you do that. So for a second, let's talk about what being engaged is. Actually, I have a great question here from Asia. And this is what she asked me. Is there a specific trick to keeping engaged to all the active resistance points at the same time? And what does it mean to keep and maintain them, especially in the shoulders? Okay, so let's actually talk about that a little bit. The way to keep engaged, you'll know you're engaged when you feel the connection from the tips of your toes to your to the tips of your fingers. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so you don't have to do this. You can just watch. So I'm going to slowly engage everything, and you'll see what it looks like when you're engaged. So here, I'm kind of sunken in my shoulders. My elbows are straight and hyperextended, right? So the next thing that you're going to think of doing to become engaged, right now, you've got your hands on the floor, so you're going to push the floor down. Now watch my shoulders. The shoulders go towards the hips. Now, no, wherever your head is, your shoulders go towards your hips. So the key to remaining engaged to your shoulders is this. Watch again. Shoulders go back. And you do that, right? You do that by grabbing onto the floor. And I'm going to overdo this now so you can see it. It's almost like you were pulling your body forward. Okay? So here, I'm not engaged, right? Now I'm going to think about my hands. I'm going to grab onto the mat so that your palm comes up off the blocks and it comes up off the mat. And I'm going to drag this forward. Okay, so there's my shoulder engagement. Now here, look, my lower back is kind of sunken in because my ribs and my navel are not working. So now I'm going to pull the navel up, close the ribs. All right, now you can take a hand and you can feel where the abdominal wall meets your rib cage. And that's all you have to do to close your rib cage is pull the navel up just enough so that you can feel where it meets. If you go too far, then you're going to get this, all right? So everybody has to fine-tune that placement for their own body. So again, let's start again. You're going to pull the shoulders back, pull the navel up, and close the ribs. Now, right now, this is my active resistance in the shin. So I'm going to push that down. And you can see, watch, here nothing's happening, right? Now, as I engage, right now, I've got everything engaged, okay? So the more I push down, the more I push the shoulders back, the more the navel goes up, and the more I can push down into that shin, right? I can push the floor down so much that my knee pops up. When I pull my navel, my knee pops up. Okay, so you want to practice that. You'll start to understand the feeling, but you really have to take 10 or 15 minutes and play with it so that you can teach yourself the concept of pushing down. And if I had you here in front of me, I would take your hand and I would push it into the block. And now that brings me to how we hold on to the blocks and how we use the blocks to cushion all of our joints and to actually make the muscles work rather than cause any stress. So what you're going to do, take your hands and you're going to put them on the blocks like this. Your fingertips, wait, I'm going to come closer so you can see. Your fingertips go around the front edges of the blocks, okay? Your thumb goes on the side. What that lets you do is use the block rather than lay on the block, okay? So you don't want to lay. If you lay on the blocks, the whole class will feel like you're just trying not to fall off. And how do I know that? Well, I've fallen off the blocks a lot. So let me just show you a couple of things. If you look right here, I don't know if you can see that, right? I have to do this because my screen is gone. There we go. All right, so can you see that? Nope, you can't. Okay, we're here. So here, look, everything is sunken in, right? Now I'm gonna use my hand. So I'm gonna grab onto the front edge of the blocks. I'm gonna pull the palm up, and I'm gonna push down and drag the shoulders back, right? So what this does is it gives my wrist some space so that my wrist bones aren't compressed. If you start to feel pain here and you start to feel pain in your wrist, that means you're laying on the blocks and you're not using them like as an extension of your body. That's going to take some time to develop the skill to do. So, and initially in the beginning, your hands are going to be sore, your forearms are going to be sore. You'll be a little sore in the wrists until you start to learn how to use the hands on the blocks so that you strengthen them, all right? And what this does, when you strengthen this part of your body, you take the pressure out of the elbow, out of the shoulder, and you'll start to be able to deepen the connection from the shoulder through the back. So it doesn't all happen at once. And that's really, really important to understand, that to be able to teach yourself the internal coordination to maintain the active resistance. That's why I want you to take your time with the reps. I don't want you to obsess about how fast. I don't want you to obsess about how many reps. I want you to find the connection, and you'll feel it when you do. There's no question. When you feel it, you'll understand what it is, because it's very, very distinct. Once you have that, it feels good and bad all at the same time, because it makes everything harder yet easier. Harder in one way, but it feels really good on your body in another way. And that's because the art method is going to train your muscles in proportion to how they're used one against the other. So today's class is going to be an upper body focused workout. But in every single art method class, we do the entire body. And the reason why is because when you engage the entire body simultaneously all the time, you burn more calories, you sweat more, it happens faster. So you get more out of the time that you do spend working out. So I have time for one more question to address, and that is how long, how much time should I set aside in order to practice? I really can't stress enough how important it is to practice every day, right? Every day, at least 5 times a week. And it's not with the idea that you have to hit a certain number. What it is about being able to engage your body that way, get a quick sweat going, and then be able to make yourself feel good. So the technique study is the fitness vinyasa, and that we're going to do that in a modified way now, right? But when you don't have that much time to practice, I really urge you to focus on the technique study, okay? The technique study is what I've built the entire art method on, and there's technique study 1, there's technique study 2, there's technique study 3, and they are 10-minute fitness vinyasas, okay? And what that is, it's a system that I've designed in order for you to take the active resistance points and insert them into the exercises that you're familiar with so that you can find the unique feeling of the active resistance. So that's why Technique Study 1 is all stuff that you've all done before. And the reason why it's stuff that you've all done before is so that the common denominator is the active resistance points, and you can focus on that to get the most out of it. So with that, tomorrow I'll go more about the technique study and why it's important. But as far as time, at least 10 minutes a day. At the very least, do the technique study daily. And you'll start to set aside time once you start to realize how good this feels to do. I find that people magically find the time when they feel good and they know something is working. So that's what we want to work with in terms of time. Just allow yourself the time to learn it and let it feel good. The more it feels good, the more time you'll make to do it. All right? So we're going to warm up. We're going to do a quick 3-minute warm-up. The technique study is going to be abbreviated, and then we'll do an upper body focused workout. So now I want you to get up. Okay, so turn your feet out and close your rib cage. Shoulders pressed down, right? So navel back, close your ribs, and you're going to let your knees slide out to the side. So here, everybody is trained to squeeze their butt, right? And the last thing I want you to do is squeeze your butt. You're not going to focus on your butt at all while you're doing this. I want you to think of drawing the heels towards each other. So you're pushing down, your navel goes back, your ribs close, shoulders press down. Now, when you think of the shoulders going down, you don't actually squeeze, right? You're just trying to get distance between the top of the ear and the top of the shoulder. So every so often, I want you to focus on just overdoing the shoulders going down. Okay, we're going to do 8 more. 7, navel back. 6, navel back. 5, breathe out. 4, breathe out. 3, breathe out. 2, and 1. Now let's take the arms overhead. Side, 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 side. Now as the arm up, shoulders go down. Shoulders down, arm up, shoulders down, arm up, shoulders down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's reach across. Now here's a perfect spot for you to focus on the shoulders. So you don't want this happening here. So again, focus on distance between the ear and the shoulder. Push down into the floor, navel back, ribs closed, shoulders down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring this up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hold it over. Now you're going to take your hand down, put it on the floor, open, and reach slightly back. Hand goes flat. If you need to use a block here, you can, or you can stay with your forearm on the thigh. Now watch the shoulders here. Shoulders go back. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now take your arm down. Roll your hip over. Hold that lunge. So what you're looking for here is to flatten out where your hip joins the pelvis. Okay? So press that heel back. Push that front leg down. Now 2 counts up and shoulders down. So watch the shoulders here. I'm going to drag the floor under me. Push down with the front foot. Drag the shoulders back. Navel up. Shoulders down. 2 more. Navel up. Shoulders down. 1 more. Navel up. Shoulders down. Hold this here. Now you're going to be looking away from the screen. You're going to reach your arm up. Send the shoulders back and down. So again, focusing on that shoulder active resistance point. You can draw the navel back more, press that back leg back more. Now bring this around to the front, hold it here, flex your foot, and let's go side, side, side. Take the arm up, 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn the foot out, bring the hand down. You can bring it to here, arm goes up, or you can come all the way down. Now press the floor down, press that foot down, open out. Hold that, 4, 3, 2. Now take your arm down, roll your hip over, hold that there. Now the navel goes up, and you're trying to lengthen that quad. Okay, you do that by pulling the navel up, watch the shoulders, press that back. There we go. Now 2 counts, up and down. Navel goes up, shoulders go down. Now I have both my hands on the floor. You can use your blocks here as well. Okay? You can use the block to pull the shoulders under you. 1 more time. I lied. Do it again. Shoulders down. Hold that here. Okay? You're going to look away from the camera. Hand goes down and press the shoulders back. Keep pressing that front foot into the floor. Remember the whole concept of active. Come around to the center. Flex your foot. Hold this here. So you're always using the floor and pressing down into it. Now hand goes here. Let's go side, 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 side. Bring your feet together. All right. Technique study time. Today we're going to do the modified tech study. So we're going to do modified push-ups. I want you to bring your blocks together. All right? Now you're going to put your body down on top of the blocks so the block is underneath your ribs and above your pelvis. Okay? Cross your legs. Now, find, engage, and maintain. Right? So shoulders down. Now put some pressure into the floor and pull your navel off the blocks. Now your legs, squeeze the shins together. 1, 2, 3, navel up and touch. Now every time you re-engage, navel up and touch. Navel up and touch. Floor down, navel up. Touch. I think that was 4. Navel up and touch. That's 5. Navel up and touch. That's 6. Navel up and touch. That's 7. Navel up and touch. That's 8. 2 more. Navel up and touch. That's 9. 1 more. Up and touch. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now stretch out to a plank. And let's take your right foot forward, slide your block forward. Now take your left foot forward. You're going to line up your toes right behind your blocks. Stand all the way up. All right, we're going to do 20 squats. Hands pressed together, shoulders down, wrap the elbows in. And down, that's 1. Down, 2. So push the feet down, 3. Ribs closed, 4. Navel back, 5. Navel back, 6. Floor down, 7. Down, 8. Down, 9. Navel back, 10 more. 10. Breathe out. 9. Breathe out. 8. Make sure you stand all the way up. 7. Breathe out. 6. Breathe out. 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. Okay, hands to the waist. Now you're going to step down into a squat. We're going to do 5 on each leg. Sorry, we're stepping down into a lunge. Right? Watch me first. Step down, feet together. Now you're not stepping back. You're stepping straight down. Ready? Here we go. This is 1. Breathe out. This is 2. Push down with the front leg. 3. Push down, navel back. 4. Push down, navel back. 5. Let's do the other side. Here we go. Step down. That's 1. Step down. 2. Step down. 3. Step down. 4. One more time. Step down. And 5. Now squat down. Step back. And hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now slide one block back. Extend one arm out. Extend the other arm out. Hold that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And you're going to switch sides. So by modifying your technique study to start, you start to give yourself time to find and engage the active resistance. Shoulders down, navel up, ribs closed. Hold this. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to come down. We're going to do a quick set of crunches. Lie on your back. Now, crunches in the art method are to lengthen your lower back and stretch your back, not so much about strength. So I want you to squeeze your block, press your feet down. Hands to the forehead, keep the rib cage closed. So go all the way down, hand on the ribs, navel goes down, hold it right there. Now let's do 10. 10, breathe out. 9, navel goes down. Squeeze the block as hard as you can. There we go. Squeeze the block, navel down. Squeeze the block, navel down. Do 5 more. 4, this never opens up. 3, 2, now hold this up. Now you go side, 1, side, 2, side, 3, side, 4, side, 5, side, 6, side, 7, squeeze the block, 8, squeeze the block, 9, squeeze the block, and 10. Knees go in, roll yourself up. Okay, that is your first modified technique study. So, let's get into the workout. So we have the first section of the class called the dynamic cardio toning section, and this is where you learn how to go from downward dog plank and you start to gain your abdominal strength that's going to help you go from horizontal to vertical. Grab onto your blocks, straighten your legs, okay? Send the shoulders back. Now you're going to go navel up to downward dog. Now pull the blocks under you, That's 1. Navel up and 2. Navel up, shoulders down, 3. Navel up, shoulders down, 4. Navel up, shoulders down, 5. Navel up, shoulders down, 6. Navel up, shoulders down, 7. Navel up, shoulders down, 8. 2 more times. Shoulders down, navel up. 1 more. Now let's hold this right here. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Release your knees. Lift your chest. Let's stretch out the chest. Press the shoulders down and pull the navel back. Now you can modify that. Just watch me first. You can modify your plank to down dog in this manner. Shoulders down. So this, in a sense, is your plank, and then you can press back to here. Okay? What you want to do is make sure that you don't drop the knees to the floor. Okay? So that's your modification. So we're going to add on a little bit to this now. Come up to your plank. Now navel up and shoulders down. Navel up and shoulders down. You're going to give me 2 more. Navel up and shoulders down. 1 more. Navel up and shoulders down. Now step in with your right foot. Get that toe right behind your block. Now you're going to open, close, step back. Right leg comes in again. In, open, close, step back. In, open, close, step back. 2 more. In, open, close, step back. 1 more time. In, open, close. Now step back, downward dog. Downward dog, and out to plank. Downward dog, and out to plank. Navel up, shoulders down. 1 more time. Navel up, and shoulders down. Now bring the left leg in. In, and open, close, step back. Do it again. In, open, close, step back. 3 more. In, open, close, step back. In, open, close, step back. 1 more time. In, open, close, step back. Hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release the knees. Reach back. So now we're going to put that together. We've got a little combination. So when you're holding your plank, right, that's when you're trying to re-engage and find all the active resistance. All right, so you want to do that by pushing down into the blocks, sending that down, closing the ribs. All right, let's put it together. Come up to your plank. I'm going to do 4 downward dog plank. And navel up and shoulders down. That's 1. Navel up and shoulders down. That's 2. Navel up, shoulders down. 3. Navel up, shoulders down. 4. Step in with your right leg. In, up, down. Now step back, switch legs. So it's in, open, close, step back. In, open, close, stay in that plank, switch back. In, open, close. Let's do 4 more. In, open, close, step back. 3 more. In, open, close, step back. 2 more. In, open, close, step back. 1 more. In, open, close, and step back. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. Get the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and release the knees. Lift your chest. Okay, that is, you'll find a dynamic cardio toning section in each single class. Okay? Now we're going to get into the upper body focus part of your workout. So I want you to slide your block back. You're going to stagger your blocks. Grab whichever dumbbell size you've decided to work with today. I'm going to use a baby one because why not? It's not my workout. It is your workout. But here's the thing. The more you engage, the harder everything gets. It becomes easier to engage, and it becomes easier to remain engaged longer. But the workout never actually becomes easy. All right? So this is what we're going to do. Focus on pressing down. Now focus on pushing that block down. Send the shoulders back, rib cage closed. Tighten this leg, okay? Can't just have that hanging. So tighten it and press back. Now you're going to grab your dumbbell, pull up 1, 2, elbow up to the hip, 3. Now push down as you pull up, 4, push down, 5, push down, 6, push down, 7, push down, 8, push down, 9, push down. Now hold this here. Next stage. Knee to elbow, 1. Knee to elbow, 2. Navel up, 3. Navel up, 4. Navel up, 5. Pull the shoulders down. 6. Shoulders down. 7. Shoulders down. 8. Shoulders down. 9. Shoulders down. And 10. All right? Next thing is you're going to open this up, twist, and touch. That's 1. Twist and touch. That's 2. Keep the back leg tight. 3. Push the back shin down. 4. Breathe out. 5. Press the block down. 6. Breathe out. 7. Breathe out. 8. Breathe out. 9. Breathe out. And 10. Now, last stage. Ready? Watch me first. You're going to pop that up and touch. Okay, so push that dumbbell into the floor. Push that palm into the block. Send the shoulders back. Now, pop that back. 1. Pop that back. 2. Pop that back. 3. Pop that back. 4. Navel up. 5. Navel up. 6. Navel up. 7. Navel up. 8. Navel up. 9. Navel up. And 10. Now, grab some water. I need some. It's hot in here. Grab some water, and then we're going to string all of those together. Alrighty. So we're going to put that whole thing together. 1, 1, 1, 1, and we're going to do 10 of the combo. So this is pretty common in the art method. We do extended movement chains. What it does is it engages your central nervous system differently. All right? So set yourself up. So do it with me. We'll go through slow. So it's 1 row, 1 knee, 1 twist, and pop up. Okay? So each time I want you to find and engage. Right? We're going through slowly so you have time to find and engage feet, navel, ribs, and shoulders. Ready? We're going to do 10 rounds of the combo. And so it's up, down, in, back, open, close, 1. Up, down, knee, and open, close. Pop, that's 2. Up, down, in, back, open, close, pop, that's 3. Up, down, knee, in, open, close, pop, that's 4. Up, down, knee, in, open, close, pop, that's 5. Up, down, in, back, open, close, pop. That's 6. Up, down, in, back, open, close, pop. That's 7. Up, down, knee, in, open, close, pop. That's 8. Up, down, knee, in, open, close, pop. That's 9. Up, down, in, back, open, close, pop, and hold. Okay? Sit back on it, reach back, press down. Now pull the chin to the chest. All right, let's switch your blocks. Let's do the other side. So one thing to note, when you twist, okay, that back leg stays straight, and I want you to think of squeezing together back here. Okay, so that's going to get you in the inner thigh and right up in here. So over a period of time, you should start to feel your legs. You'll start to feel the outer hip as you push down into the block. All right, so we're going to set this combination up on the other side. Let's do 10 reps of the row. Okay, shoulders down, navel up, ribs closed, tighten that back leg. So it's 1 and touch, 2 and touch. Make sure you see me push into the block. 4, breathe out. 5, breathe out. 6, breathe out. 7, breathe out. 8, 9, and 10. Let's pull that knee into the elbow. So it's navel up, 1. Navel up, 2. Navel up, 3. Push the block down, 4. Breathe out, 5. Shoulders down. 6. Shoulders down. 7. Push the blocks down. 8. Push the blocks down. 9. One more. And 10. Let's open up. Press down and 1. Press down and 2. Press down and 3. Press down and 4. Press down into the blocks. 5. Push the blocks down. 6. Navel up. 7. Navel up. 8. Navel up. 9. Navel up. And 10. Ready to pop that knee off the block? Pop. That's 1. Pop. 2. Navel up. 3. Shoulders. 4. Tight legs. 5. Press the hips down. 6. Breathe out. 7. Breathe out. 8. Breathe out. 9. Breathe out. And 10. Okay, come on back. Stretch back. Open the chest, ribs closed. Okay, we're going to put that all together just like we did on the other side. Alrighty, you ready? Okay, shoulders down, navel up, ribs closed. Here we go. So it's elbow up, knee in, open, pop 1. Up, in, open, pop 2. Up, in, open, pop 3. Up, in, whoops, open, pop 4. Elbow back, knee in, open out, pop 5. Up, in, open, pop 6. Up, in, open, pop 7. Up, in, open, pop 8. Up, in, open, pop 9, up, in, open, pop 10. Okay, let's stretch back. Now hopefully you're feeling your abdominals the way you should be. You're feeling your outer thigh, your inner thighs, shoulders, back, and chest all simultaneously. Okay, now you can slide this off to the side. And we're going to do what's now called a walking hydrant. I'm going to face you. Okay, so switch your blocks. Switch your blocks to the other side. And you're going to put the shin on and the hand on. Drop that shin to the floor. Okay? Your hand, one hand's on the floor, shoulders go back. Now you're going to kick out. That's 1. Take this, push down, kick out. 2. Kick out. 3. Kick out. 4. Push down into the block. 5. Push down into the floor. Now I want you to climb on the block. 6. 7. Breathe out. 8. Push the blocks down. 9. And 10. Good. Now let's switch the blocks. So you're climbing onto and off that block each time. That shin has to touch the floor in between every single rep. Okay? Let's do the other side. Ready, and kick out. That's 1. Kick it out. 2. Kick out. 3. Kick out. 4. Navel up. 5. Shoulders down. 6. Breathe out. 7. Breathe out. 8. Breathe out. 9. Breathe out. And 10. Okay, reach back. Shoulders down, navel back. Pull the chin towards the chest. Okay, now let's do just a little bit of further ab work. I want you to put your calves on top of your blocks, right? Just like this. You're going to press down into that. So you're going to roll back onto your back. Now I want you to focus on pressing the calves into the blocks. Put your hands on your ribs. Now pull the navel down, close the ribs. Your head does not lift, right? Your head just follows where your ribs go. Hands go here. Now just tap the floor. 1. Tap the floor. 2. This leg, your other leg, is pressing into the block. 3. So focus on the leg that's not moving. 4. Breathe out. 5. Keep the ribs closed. 6. Ribs closed. 7. Ribs closed. 8. Ribs closed. 9. Ribs closed. And switch. Tap down. 1. Tap down. 2. Push down with the straight leg. 3. Breathe out. 4. Breathe out. 5. Breathe out. 6. Breathe out. 7. Breathe out. 8. Navel down. 9. Navel down. And 10. Let's roll both knees in. Roll yourself up. We'll do a quick stretch, and then I can take your questions about what just happened to you. All right, so let's take your block. I'm going to turn to the side. Cross your legs. Now, if you have trouble sitting this way, you should sit on top of a block. All right, that's going to enable you to sit in a cross-legged position. If you're okay, you could just sit right on the floor. You need 1 block, though. You're going to take your block, put it and press it right up against your tailbone. Now here, we engage the active resistance when we're stretching as well. All right, so now pull the navel back and close your ribs. Place your block right at your tailbone. Now take your elbows and send that backwards. You'll feel a stretch right across the top of the chest. Now hold that there and pull your chin towards the chest, but keep the elbows moving backwards. All right, now press your shins together. So everything that you can engage, you should, which means you don't just lay there waiting for the magic stretch fairy. The magic stretch fairy doesn't come. You have to make her show up. So push the shins together. Now press your knees out and down. Keep those elbows going back and pull the chin to the chest. Now right here, with the navel going back, is as much active resistance as you can do with any part of your body all at once. And release. When you release it, you'll feel a whoosh of energy take over your body. That feels really good. I love it. And that's what makes me want to do more of it. Okay, that feeling that you just created right there, the more you engage throughout the rest of the class like that, the more you will get out of it. Now let's extend one leg out straight. Okay, now if this is challenging for you, if your leg happens to do this, you're going to take a block and support it this way. Okay, so you'll work with wherever. If you need 2 blocks there, that's fine. Use 2 blocks. The blocks help us everywhere we need it. So now you're going to press this knee down. If you have it supported by blocks, push into the block. Reach forward. Now, if you can't reach your toe, just reach what you can reach. Shoulders go down. And you're going to try to keep your back flat. So if your stretch is here, that's where your stretch is. That's where you should work. Okay? Stay there. Don't try to force it with this. All right? You're better off here. You can change your flexibility from this place. You can't change it from here. Okay? So this is the better place to be. I'm probably speaking like 900 miles a minute. It's the New Yorker in me. Luckily, I've recorded it, so you can watch it again. Okay, go down a little bit further. Now let's switch. If you need to switch the blocks to the other side, do that. And if you're seated up on the block, you can do this stretch being seated on the block as well. Okay, so push down, ribs closed, shoulders down, hinge forward, reach whatever is available. Don't go for the gold if it's like this, okay? So you'll start from here, and then you'll slowly inch your chest forward. But the shoulders have to keep going back. So there's always a backwards to the forward. So when you ever feel your chest going forward, that's an immediate clue that your shoulders are going in the opposite direction. Now my straight leg is pressing down into the mat, and my knee is pressing out. So I want that whoosh of energy once I release this contraction, right? So 1, 2, 3, release, and let it wash right over you, and it's awesome. And we're going to come front. Let's just bring the heart rate down a little bit, and you're going to breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out. Okay, now if you need some water, get it. I'm going to bring my little blocks, and I'm going to come up closer to the camera so that we can do a little chatty chat, and I'm going to bring some of my questions with me so that I can answer them. If you have any questions, start typing them into the chat. There we go. Okay, let's see. Hey. Okay. Okay, who's there? Everybody say hi. I've been talking to an empty room. Let me know you're there. Tap into your chat window, please, and just say hello. Hey, Aja. I hope I said that right. Okay, so oh, great. I'm glad you liked it, Eileen. Let me ask you something. How did you feel with the class? Was it too easy? Was it hard enough? Was it easy to follow? This is really the second time I've done a live stream. Oh, great. Hi, Belinda. Oh, yeah, I got your email, I think. I don't know. That was Brenda. I have another email from you. So just quickly, give me an idea. Were you able to follow along, or how did it feel? Great. So Belinda says it was easy to follow. Good. Oh, good. Eileen said I was able to follow along and got a nice sweat. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad the class was easy to follow. Yeah, I had to turn off my screensaver too. Well, Belinda says she never worked on yoga blocks before, and nobody has really. uh, yeah, okay, so Sharon says it's very understandable, somewhat hard for me to engage that now she's shaking. Let me stop on that point right there because yes, that's exactly true. The heart, it's very difficult to engage and it's very worth doing. And I know it's annoying. Okay, I know it's annoying. It's tedious. It's tediously annoying, but I promise you it is just so worth it. When you engage, it practically eliminates the need for the extra cardio. And the reason why is because when you're fully engaged, your heart rate goes up, right? It's work. It's central nervous system work, okay? It's muscular work. It's flexibility work. So it's very, I just can't stress enough how important it is to just take the time and focus on engaging. Yeah, and Belinda says that she was sweating like crazy and shaking. And so was I. You know, it's a beginner class, right? That doesn't mean it's easy. It just means I'm going to slow it down enough so that you can take time to understand. And in every class that I teach, it's really for all levels. We may do 40 more reps, you know, we may do them faster, but you can participate at whatever level that you're at. Remember, like as I think we've demonstrated here, it's not so much how many reps you do, but it's the quality of what happens. So 5 fully engaged reps is great because it will jack up your heart rate and you will sweat like crazy. Okay, tell me some more of your perceptions. Like, what did you find to be the most challenging outside of remaining engaged? Sharon says, I love it. Shaking means it's working. That's the truth. I just need to practice. Okay, Aji said, did I do something wrong because I wasn't sweating in the shoulders? Right. Okay, yes. Aji, I remember your question about the shoulders. So everyone's going to have one particular active resistance point that seems elusive, right? And if you're not sweating right away, that's okay. I mean, you mentioned that you came in 20 minutes late. That'll have a lot to do with it. You missed the warm-up, right? And we did the modified text study. So, but let's go over the shoulders again, because that can be a tricky one for everybody, all right? So I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see, all right? So now what most people want to do is pinch, right? And you don't have to do that. So just you'll lift everything up and watch. You're going to just take your arms out and just push them down, right? Just push down. That's it. It's less than you think, and it's more than you think. And if you sit with your knees like this and push your forearms down and then take your shoulders and push that down, that will teach you. You have to keep that pressure, though. And then you'll find as you drop the chin forward, you'll feel a stretch back here. So what you do is you hold that here, pull the chin down, find where it starts to stretch, and just hang out there for a second. When you feel that go away and you feel your chin descend, push down a little harder. That's going to teach you how to maintain that in the shoulders. Okay, let's see. Yes, shoulders down and back is, yeah. Well, here's the thing. As we get deeper into the art method, and actually in the prescriptives, in the rear, back, and waist prescriptives, there is a lot that is the upper back and shoulder workout, where especially in the forearm plank, where you learn how to stabilize with that forearm and then fold everything open so that you train those muscles. Many people can stay in a plank, but their upper backs are really weak. So by kind of dragging the blocks under you, that's going to teach you to engage the upper back. Okay? Okay, let's see. Laurelyn says, I especially felt it in my shoulders and upper back and in my wrists. I really need to strengthen them. You will, initially in the beginning, you're going to feel a lot in the wrists, the forearms, and the shoulders until they become strong enough. But the blocks cushion all of that. So I found, after years of taking yoga and doing practically everything, that I could not sustain all of that, like 90 minutes at a time on my hands anymore. Like, your hands are not your feet, right? They're not designed for that. So I started using the blocks, and the blocks really just, wow, it extended my athletic life like far beyond really it should have gone. Because around the age of 38, I was starting to feel creaky. But the blocks changed all that because it enabled me to strengthen all of this in a way that didn't put impact on my joints. So it's really, again, I'm going to say it again, it's worth it to just take your time, work with the blocks, work with your hands on the blocks, okay, and take your time to find the engaging. And you can do that when you work on the plank and the downward dog. So take note of my cue in the plank and the down dog. When you go up into the downward dog, I'm going to say navel up, because it's your stomach that I want you to pull your body up with. And when you go out to the plank, I'm going to say shoulders down. I want you to focus on dragging the blocks under you and sending the shoulders down. So that's going to be the number one thing that you should work on to strengthen your hands, wrists, and shoulders. Okay. Okay, Belinda says, I like that you explain everything. Good form pointers. I felt the planks in my abs. Yes. I do a lot of yoga, but never use the blocks. I definitely felt every muscle in my body. That's great, because I want you to be able to feel it. And that's why in my classes I don't use mirrors. I do teach people to feel where they are in space, because it doesn't matter what you see if you can't feel where you are, right? So you don't need to really look at it. Okay, thank you. This makes a lot of sense. Oh, I'm glad. Appreciated the cueing and reminders. It's hard for me to cue the body position and count the reps. So that's why I screw up the count so much. And that's another reason why once I allowed people to go at their own time and their own pace within classes, instead of just trying to dance the whole thing out, you know, I just found people got so much more out of it. So my classes, especially in the virtual studio, they look messy, you know, it's not pretty. But again, I'm not really performing, you know, I'm just teaching and allowing people to find it at their own pace. And that's what makes it a practice, you know, and it's fun to get everything on the beat. Like, I love that too. But for the practice aspect of it, if you're going to practice, you really have to be able to focus. And you have to focus internally, okay? Oh, good. Belinda says, I always count on my own. And that's really good, because 9 times out of 10, if I have to talk about body position, I will do that before I count the reps. And if I have someone else in here with me that can count for me while I'm doing it, then I'd be able to manage it. But there's so much going on. When you start to do those multi-level combos, you know, sometimes counting goes out the window. Okay, let's see. So Sharon says it's not just going through the motions, which I notice I do, and that you're engaging every body part possible. Yes, there we go. Actually, thank you, Belinda. She said I did an amazing job, and yay, thank you. That makes me feel really good. And here's the thing. It is not just going through the motions. And that's really important. If you're not engaged to the movement, I've seen people do stuff for years and nothing changes. And the difference is being able to engage to the movement versus going through the, like, really, we can go a lot faster and do this, and you won't sweat at all. You know, what makes you sweat, the sweat and the exercise has to come from the inside out. And there's also a point, like tomorrow's my birthday and I'm going to be 51. And there's a point where, and I reached this point where more and faster doesn't work anymore. And trust me, I've tried. You know, I've been a pretty intense athlete, and it's hard to come to terms with that as a type A psycho that I am. But you have to realize that more and faster sometimes doesn't work anymore. And that happened for me a while back, all right? Where I started to realize that I was going to get negative return from that, you know? You don't, when you feel a negative return, and what that means is when harder and faster no longer yields you feeling good after the workout, or you start to feel like you've been broken down, it means you have been broken down. And let me bring that back to the idea of practice versus program. Short-term programs are spectacular, and I love a 4, 6, or 8-week structured beginning, middle, and end program, because that's how you can participate in high intensity and not have to give it up. But when you do high intensity 24/7, eventually Mother Nature is going to exact her revenge. She always wins. So what it brings us back to in the fitness industry, in my opinion, is training protocol. A lot of that has kind of flown out the window in a lot of aspects. And over the course of 30 years of me actually codifying this as, you know, a different modality and a method and a practice, it's because, you know, I want to continue to make programs, but I want people to be able to be active all the time. It's important to be active forever, not just when you're young and hot, you know? I mean, I'm kind of passing young and hot and going into mature and awesome. But I want to keep moving, and like I don't plan on retiring ever. So in order to do that, you have to be able to practice in a way that, again, doesn't break you down, and it will set you up so that you can do short-term programs, get the most out of it, and continually improve yourself, even as you advance in age. So I'm kind of running over my time now, and I know you guys have other things to do today. So if you have any other questions, pop them in right now. And let me know if there's anything else I can answer for you right now. And you're welcome. I had fun with the awesome class. And hopefully you guys will be here tomorrow, right? This will be up in a couple of hours. It takes them a while to, you know, do whatever they do on their end. And, well, you're welcome. And I'm so psyched you guys came. And let's do this. I'll see you here tomorrow. And I'm going to sign off for now. And I will email you when the video is ready. And then you can download it. And you can do it at your leisure. All right? So have a good day, you guys. And I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm going to answer the other questions I get today. I'll answer them tomorrow. Oh, great. Thanks. Tomorrow's my birthday. So, yay. All right. Anyway, have a good day, you guys. And that's a wrap.